Hi there, welcome to my messy table. This is the Nissan Qashqai's windscreen motor, which is completely failed. But what I've done is I've opened it up and I'm going to try and see what's actually caused the problem from it. So you can see all the grease is actually in there. There's almost like a worm screw there and it looks slightly bent. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil away this grease, just apply some hot water on it, just to have a look and see what's going on. Now this motor has been replaced, so this is, I'm just looking in there and see how this thing failed. There's some torque screws on this side which I'm going to open up, and hopefully I can get into this mechanism and see why this intermittent fault occurred and why it stopped. Don't know why, but let's find out. We can pour some boiling water onto this, remove the grease, and get a look at the internals. So what I've done now is I've poured 100 degrees Celsius water on the boiling water onto this to try and remove some of this grease, but it's red grease. Red grease is designed for high operating temperatures, and as you can see, it's just really just softened this grease up, which has allowed me to remove it with a bit of mechanical procedures such as tissue and the edge of a screwdriver, just to lift out as much as possible. But you can see there that this drive here, which powers these cogs, is got bent, a little bit, it's distorted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this and have a better look at this. I can't turn these cogs just now. I don't know if this is because this thing is not turning or whether the motor itself is providing the resistance for this to turn. So we're going to lift it up and see if we can get a better look at what's gone wrong. So there we have it. Okay, what I've done is I've just couldn't get this to lift off. It's a friction grip onto that, really tight. There may be some other form of location, but I've now exposed this drive here, and you can feel with your finger it's absolutely razor blade sharp and bent. The actual cogs are just bent to bits. So I think that's where the failure has occurred. Let me see if I can get a better macro picture of that. You can see there the shiny bit where it's just bent and distorted. The little plastic cogs have also taken a little bit of beating, but I think it's more or less stopped pretty short. So this is unable to rotate these cogs that were in there. I've pulled them out somewhere. There's one over here somewhere. Okay. See, it's not really mashed up. You can get a shaky hand of mine. It's actually in quite good nick. Generally speaking, there's the part where it's slightly mashed up. You can just see the cuts in it. Overall, these cogs are not too bad, but this has taken a big bend. How did it take a big bend like that? I'm not too sure. There wasn't any ice or anything like that going on at that time of year. It was just before the ice came that this is fractured. If you're switching, if you're forcing the motor to work against snow and ice which impacted, you kind of would expect this damage, but and certainly there has been times during the winter where we've just seen if it's going to lift off the snow, and it's not, and it's put an immense pressure on these blades. So there you have it. Another good reason why not to try to dislodge large amounts of snow using the micro blades. Even if it's soft snow, it's still putting a huge amount of pressure on this drive. So that's the reason why it's failed. It's quite a common failure in the Nissan Qashqais. We did try to go to the scrapyard to get one of these and these motors, and surprise, they were all out of the scrapyard. We ended up buying another one, a good German brand, but as I said, these are not difficult to replace. So even if you get a cheaper one, I can't imagine it being so difficult that you'd be put off by replacing again, especially if you've got the tools. And I've got a video already made on how to replace this, just in case this has happened to you. But certainly if you get this intermittent, before this failed it was intermittent, it would go on off, and before it failed catastrophically, And this is something you do not want to feel catastrophically when you're in the snow, or you're in passing a truck with on a wet day. Well, I hope that helps. Doesn't help you fix it, but it helps you understand what went wrong. It also lets you know that that is a component which has failed.